Hello, welcome to my fourth tutorial on Jitterbit Cloud Data Loader for Salesforce. In this tutorial, we will take a deeper look into queries. This is a continuation of my previous tutorial, so make sure to watch that before you watch this. In the previous tutorial, we made a query account using default values. Let's start by expanding the advanced options. The first option is Write as UTF-8. It is generally recommended to check this box if the data in your Salesforce account has foreign characters or if the data need to be encoded before writing it to the target. The target header will change the header type in the target. For example, in this particular query, when we save it in the local file, these are the three variations of headers which will be saved in the file. The Include Deleted Rows checkbox will make sure to add the fields which have already been deleted. The batch size determines the number of records which will be imported in the query. By default, this value is set to 2000. The retry policy can be set by clicking the Edit button and setting the number of retries and the interval in case the operation faces some problems in running. But you can also mark the top checkbox if you don't want it to retry. Now, let's take a look at the mappings. The mapping transformation is laid out into two columns, the source and the target. In this project, the source is the data from Salesforce and the target is the local file which will be saved. On the top right side of the screen, you will see a set of icons. The first one is the status of this transformation. You will not be able to run this project if you have an invalid transformation, and you'll be able to see the error by clicking on it. The triangle next to it is a drop-down menu, which is pretty self-explanatory, and the one next to that is the Dependencies button, which will show the operations which uses this transformation. The next one is the Save button, and the one after that is the Deploy button, which needs to be run after you've made your final changes to the transformation. The next button is the Auto Mapping button, which will automatically map the source and target based on the names of the objects. This is especially useful when you have a large database with similar column names. The next one is the Refresh button, which will refresh the source and target to check if any additional objects have been added to them. The Search button will help you search for a particular object. You can explore the search window further by clicking on it and search through the source tree, target tree, or mappings. Now let's close this window and get back to mappings. In this project, everything is laid out as a one-to-one mapping. But for example, if you want to flip the latitude and longitude, you can easily do so by right-clicking on the right column and click on the Delete mapping of this node. This will clear the mapping. Let's do the same with longitude. Now that we have cleared both mappings, you can drag and drop the objects to the correct field. So when the file is written, the latitude and longitude will be flipped. Let's undo that for now by hitting Ctrl-Z or Command-Z on Mac. You can further customize the mapping by double-clicking on the target field. Let's open up the latitude field for this example. This will open up the formula builder, which is quite simple when you get the gist of it. The window on the right will show you the list of objects. You can double-click any of the fields to add to this particular field, and you can use this to combine fields if needed. For example, if we wanted to add both latitude and longitude in one field, we would do so by first adding in a separator, like a comma, and then double-clicking on the longitude. This will output the latitude field with both the latitude and longitude separated by a comma. In the window above the script editor, you will see 4 tabs. The first tab is the Functions tab, where you can find various functions which you can use to further customize your script. You can hover your mouse over any of these functions to get the information on what it does. Since scripting is a whole different kind of worms, we'll go through that in a different tutorial. And if you are new to scripting, I'd suggest you watch a later tutorial or subscribe to this channel and I'll be uploading it soon. The next tab is the Project Items tab, where you will see the various sources and targets. Till now, we've only created a target called local file save, which was done in a previous tutorial, so we don't see any other items, but you can use these sources or targets directly in your script by double-clicking on it. In the next tab, you will see the data elements, and this tab will contain all the different variables available to you. There are two ways to create a variable. The first one is simply by typing in a variable name in the script, which will create a local variable, and the next one is to simply add a $sign before the name and type in a variable name. This will create a global variable, and as soon as you've typed it in, you will see it below in the Data Elements tab. Project variables can only be created in the paid version of Jitterbit Harmony. The Jitterbit Variables, on the other hand, will give you additional flexibility when writing your script. Have a look at the link posted in the description for more information on Jitterbit Variables. The last tab is the Test tab, where you can test out your script to see if it gets you the result you want. In the next tutorial, we will go through the target connection. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss the next session. One thing to keep in mind is that even if Jitterbit Cloud Data Loader is powerful, its only limitation is that it can only be used with Salesforce, and if your company requires integration with other systems, I would highly recommend you to check out the Jitterbit Harmony platform, which is a paid product but priced at a very competitive rate when compared to other integration systems. And it supports a plethora of third-party systems. Here are some of the systems supported by Jitterbit Harmony. And along with the desktop version of Jitterbit Harmony, you will also get access to the Jitterbit Cloud Studio, which runs inside a web browser, and that makes the whole system even more powerful with instant updates and easy to use interface. And best of all, you can easily import all your existing DataLoader projects directly into Jitterbit Harmony without losing any data. Remember, this video is not sponsored by Jitterbit, but I'm giving you this information on my own accord since I would be doing a disservice if you didn't know how powerful Jitterbit Harmony truly is. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.